I'm going to show you something different now. This is about testing, experimenting, analysing things, sort of rinse and repeat and going through. Now, I'm going to give you some figures and show you some background here. This comes from a company that's actually advertising their channel, so they're using money on AdWords and promoting it. What I want to show you, I appreciate you're not promoting your channel necessarily, but showing what a difference things can make and see some differences of percentages of click-through. So many people actually looked at the video, seen it, and how many have clicked through. And you can see here, this is from the, I've forgotten the name of the channel to be honest, but it's Cartoon Hangover, sorry, you can see it there. This just covers one episode. This is just one film that they did, and they, over a period of many months, I was just checking, it's just over a year and a half they actually had this video running, and they checked for new people who had not been to the channel before, and they tried these 8 different thumbnails. And you can see there, if we go through them, the first one, there's a graphic there that had 0.9% CTR. CTR is the click-through. So for every 100 people who saw that particular thumbnail, 0.9, so less than one person, actually clicked through. They changed it to the second thumbnail there, and no difference. And these were kept up for a couple of weeks, up to a couple of months, trying to get some idea how thumbnails were performing. They then tried this third video. It's a bit more squashed in on the face, you can't see the whole head there, put their logo on, and they reduced the number of people seeing it by half, to 0.5%. So they went back to this third one, and they tested this with no text at all, apart from their logo sort of in the bottom right hand corner, I think it is, and that got 0.8%, so still not good. They then tried zooming into the next two, and they got 0.9% and 0.9%, getting back to where it was, but still not perfect. And then the one number 7th here, the face and things coming out of the screen, got some 3D there, bit of a starburst behind, there's some white to the right and I think below, so that stands out on the YouTube page, and suddenly that's a 1.2%. Now remember that 1.2% doesn't sound brilliant, but if you compare that with the previous ones at 0.9%, that is 1/3 more people viewing the video. So if there was 3,000 people viewing the video before, this, just by changing this thumbnail to the 7th one, then you suddenly got an extra 1,000 people, 4,000 people viewing. And when you start talking about tens of thousands of views, which this channel has, then increasing the CTR, the click-through ratio, by such a small amount, 0.3%, is huge figures. They then experimented with, okay, this works, we've got the face there, we've got the eyes, we've got the 3D effect, let's try it with our logo. Let's have this star wheel, this pin burst, this moon effect behind that we've talked about so many times, and let's see how that works. And that has increased their click-through to 1.6%. So for every 1,000 people who actually see the thumbnail, then you've got 1.6 people actually watching it. So if you like 10,000 people see it, 16 people actually click on it, and that's a huge click-through ratio there from a thumbnail. And if we look back, you can see 0.9% on the first one and the second one, up to 1.6. They've nearly doubled the number of people who are watching their video. Always remember that if more people watch your video, you're going to make more money from advertising, but also chances are if they're going to watch it and it's going to be a good video, YouTube's going to like it because you're getting viewed more often, therefore they're going to promote you more, they're going to send more people to you who search for your particular niche or niche, and you're also going to get more subscribers. And if you get more subscribers, then every time you put a new video up, your subscribers get a message, you've got a new video up. So it's self-fulfilling. The better you can do, the better. Now that was the results of a 20-month research, and it's difficult for you to do that, but if you go into your subscribers and look at your views per unique and views from subscribers, give you some idea of how well you're doing. There's lots of other factors in there, title programming and YouTube itself, but it can give you a general idea how things are doing, and certainly by trying, the easiest way is to change your thumbnail, as I mentioned earlier, give it till you've got, let's say, 500 views, see how long that takes, only change one thing, in this case the thumbnail, as everything else has been remained the same, and see if you get the next 500 new viewers that much quicker. It's a bit of messing about, but you can see there the difference there. You can, just by changing the thumbnail, and here it's done the things we've talked about. It's got some text, it's got a logo there, it's got a face, it's got emotion, it's got this effect behind, it's got the colours, then you can do so much better. So always test, experiment, analyse and repeat, see what else is going along. And if you don't keep testing, then you never know what works. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid, oh, if I change that now, that's working quite well, it might do worse. Well, yes, it might, but it actually might do twice as well. And if you don't test it, you won't know. And the fear of testing is what holds a lot of people back. Remember that your competitors are testing and therefore they're running ahead of you, or they're not testing and you can run ahead of them. So you really do need to test, you need to experiment, you need to analyse, and you need to keep repeating that over and over again.